Eastern Conference.
Yeah, man, it's great to be back, man, talking about basketball.
I love basketball. Man. I like basketball.
Some people are
I
nerds.
think basketball's better than football, actually.
Yeah.
Without question, more fanfare.
Hey y'all, here we are. This is our take. So we're going to talk about some more NBA because this is the start of the season. We're going to talk about the Eastern Conference. What is the picture as you have the Eastern Conference? And let's just, for full disclosure, I'm the Knick fan. He rep Philly. So let's start talking about the East Coast, kid, because I think it's a different picture now.
This is going to be, I think the Eastern Conference, although I think the Western Conference is loaded, I think the Eastern Conference has more of the intrigue. Because I think it's an open field. I don't necessarily subscribe to it's automatically Boston, it's automatically Philly. I'm not subscribing to that at all. I think the top 4 teams are going to probably be interchangeable. Somebody like Philly can land anywhere from 2 to 4, in my opinion. I think Boston, you could argue, they're the 1 seed. They're loaded. Boston has a starting 5 on the bench. I think they're loaded. So hands down, obviously they're the favorite, provided guys can stay healthy. Somebody in Boston gets hurt. The Eastern Conference
they got depth though, but they're deep though.
You're right.
They're deep. Right. Somebody can get hurt and they still got somebody come off that bench. Right? Yeah, they still got somebody come off that bench.
But I think the most interesting story is going to be what Toronto does and how's Toronto's success equates to Kawhi potentially staying or him going.
Well, let me say something about that, because here's what's interesting. I think if they would have retained the head coach and not fired him, I would, with Kawhi being there, removing DeRozan, I would put the Raptors as the number 1 team in the East over Boston. Only reason is because that coach had that team playing well, and now Kawhi to me is an upgrade from. So now that team to me is a better team. I have them in the top 4. A lot of people sold on the Bucks. I'm still not a Bucks fan, thinking that they will get over the hump. I got them 40 games, 45 games at best. They're going to make the playoffs, but I think the powerhouse teams, as we know, is Boston, Toronto, Philly, and it's hard from that point.
No, it's not.
No, because all right. Here's why.
What you're doing here, Bob.
Here's why.
No, it's not.
No, here's why. You cannot have faith in the Pacers.
Marc, wait a second.
Go ahead.
You're talking about a team that took LeBron to the brink last year. You're talking about a team that now has another year of experience going to the brink with the best player in the entire world. You're talking about Oladipo, who's only, in my opinion, getting better. You're talking about Miles Turner, who's only, in my opinion, getting better.
Miles Turner disappeared in the playoffs.
I
couldn't even find him from the first to the second round. You couldn't find Miles Turner. Maybe on Fortnite you'd have been able to find him, but you wasn't going to find him in the game.
But I'm talking about growth from the period of, you losing in the playoffs. And a lot of times, I know that narrative is a little off.
If you had to put your money on,
no.
Okay, see, there you go. So what are we talking about then? What are we really talking about?
Here's what I'm gonna say.
Go ahead.
I wouldn't be shocked if Indiana finished in the top 4. How about that? I wouldn't be shocked. I would not be shocked.
Listen, because the East is so wide open, you can't be shocked. Because once again, the Miami Heat, you can't trust. The Wizards, you can't trust. Again, there's a lot of teams that's really, because now after those teams, you got the Pistons, the Cavs, the Nets, the Hornets, the Magic, the Bulls, the Knicks, and Atlanta. So come on, making it into the top 4 in the East is not hard.
Yeah, but we're gonna have, I think, in the East, one of these kind of bottom tier teams.
Right, that's going to jump up. Oh, listen, without a doubt, because in the East you can't right now because it's so open. Because I think the Nets is going to stink. Okay. Hot garbage. The Charlotte Hornets is going to be hot garbage.
I'm waiting.
Once again, the Knicks are going to be hot garbage. I ain't gonna front. Listen. Once again, I think that because of the Magic, the Bulls, all these teams are going to be bad. They're going to beat up on one another. I think the top 4 teams will be the Celtics, the Raptors, the Sixers, and that 4th team is just wide open, I think. It's hard to say.
I like the Pacers. I like the Pacers.
That's good.
I like the Pacers. As if I had to put money on a fourth, maybe fifth spot, I put money on the Pacers.
Okay, if we had to put money on it, then if I'm going to go at the fourth spot, I'm going with the Wizards because they've been there every year. That's where I would go with it.
You trust the Wizards though?
I wouldn't. I don't trust them.
You trust the Wizards?
But a Eastern Conference without LeBron James in it, you can say it's open.
Completely different.
It's going to be open. That's what I'm sitting here saying to you. It's going to be open, and now, you know.
Wow. Can anybody beat Boston?
Yeah. Listen.
Provided they stay
I'm going to say it to you. The only thing missing is I don't know what this coach is with the Raptors. I don't know what he is. Without that, like I said, if they had a proven coach, I would say yes. The Raptors, I think, could beat Boston. But right now, Philly has the best chance to beat Boston. I'll definitely give it up.
It's gonna be tough.
Because to me, what Philly has done, the only thing that I'm going to say is where it's going to be interesting on the Sixers is they lost their shooter. That's going to change the floor for them going into this season, unless Markel
went back to San Antonio.
Unless not Bellinini. What's his name?
Redick is still there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's coming off the bench too.
Well, that's a place for him. But I think Fultz is going to be interesting. Because is he a point guard? Is he a two?
I think he can play off the ball, but I think what's going to happen is we got to let that growth come into play this year in order for us to kind of move on. I think we're still a year.
So what's their starting five?
You got Embiid, Dario Saric is at the 4. Then you got Covington at the 3. Then you got Fultz is playing the 2, and Simmons is starting at the 1.
That's going to be interesting because I think Fultz is a cat that needs the ball.
He does, but I've heard this idea that Brett is going to be interchanging him beginning of the second half. He may not start. I'm not really a fan of the idea.
It's going to be interesting.
They can kill the kid's confidence, but that's all another story.
It's really going to be interesting.
I do think Milwaukee's going to be great. I do think they're going to be great. I do, because I think the Greek Freak, in my opinion, is the next guy.
That's all he is a freak.
Okay.
He don't have a jump shot. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to say that. But let me ask you this question: tonight, Philly plays Boston tonight. What's your prediction on tonight's game?
Boston's going to win. The lights are too big right now. It's a lot of excitement going on.
And it's in Boston, right?
It's in Boston.
Wow.
All these guys are back. I see it being a close game.
Wow. Gordon Hayward's back.
It's just too much.
All right. He better not jump tonight.
Yo, listen.
He better stay on the ground tonight.
I will tell you this. If Ben Simmons doesn't shoot a 15-footer tonight, we're going to have some problems. I need to see a jump shot. But I think it's going to take time for them.
I think tonight is a big night just starting out because if Philly wins this first game over Boston, that's going to say a lot. I'm really interested. We won't be able to watch it, but I will definitely sit here and say that Avery's going to keep the game on his phone. We're going to keep some updates going. So once again, y'all, this is our take. Thank you for tuning in to the two of us tonight. Yo, Leaf and Banks, we'll see you next week, man. Shout out, man. All right, peace.